Okay, it's at the top of the hour. My name's Todd Ulmen. I am the Corporate Vice President here at NAIS. Today, I'd like to introduce Stephen Weinberger, who is a Vice President of Sales here at NAIS. Today, Stephen's going to be talking about stacking plans with Manhattan Life. And I'd also like to say what we're going to do today is I'm going to unmute everybody's lines. So all you have to do is unmute yourself and ask Stephen a question. Anytime you have one, you don't have to wait till the end or put it in the chat box. Just unmute yourself and you're good to go. All right, Stephen, go ahead and take it away, buddy.
Well, thank you, Todd. Hey, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Again, my name is Stephen. As Todd said, that we're unmuting everyone. So actually, I don't see anybody's name. So if anybody wants to say hello, this is your time to introduce yourself. Anybody want to jump out and tell me who you are? Okay, I see we have some bashful people here today. So we're going to talk about stacking the under 65 products today. And again, if you have any questions, just blurt them out. So for you guys, I'm going to show you how you can earn $100,000 in your first year by stacking the products, which is always a nice thing. Everybody knows who North American is. About me, maybe you know me, maybe you don't. I'm one of the vice presidents of sales. I've also been in insurance for over now 13 years. I'm a former NFL agent, just like Jerry Maguire, so that's why I picture Jerry Maguire. So I tell people I used to be an NFL agent, now I'm an insurance agent, and you just never know, I might be a secret agent. So that's why there's a picture of James Bond. And also a picture of Brody, my son. So let's see. So basically what I tell people is that I specialize in helping individuals and families and small business owners obtain the best coverage at the most affordable rates. So one of the things I kind of want to ask everybody is that, do you know who your perfect customer is? That's one of the things that I think we don't really talk about. A couple of years ago, a little bit more than a couple of years ago, I realized who my perfect customer is, and so at that point, my business started to do a lot better. So anybody want to guess who your best customers are? You could put it in the chat box as well. Okay. Again, we have some bashful people. So for me, I realize that the most perfect customer is someone who has to get their own health insurance. Now that sounds pretty simple, but people who are 1099 employees are to me the most perfect customer. So they have to buy their own health insurance, and typically those people don't even qualify for any kind of subsidy with Affordable Care Act. So they're spending a lot of money on health insurance premiums. And with ManhattanLife, I'm going to show you how they can save a lot of money and also without actually sacrificing their benefits. Okay. So what's your why? If you've been on my presentations before, I mean, that's really, I always ask, what is your why? Okay, anybody want to share? You could chat or just blurt it out. You know, some people's whys are traveling. Insurance has taken me all over the world. Here's a picture of me and Stacy in Venice, Italy. Some people do for their family. Some people do it because they want to own a big mansion. Some people like a big pool. Again, everybody has their why, so you have to figure out your why as well. So when we start talking to customers, I always talk about that there's one brutal fact of today's health insurance market that can't be ignored. Middle class people who buy their own coverage are being crushed by ever rising costs. And so again, for me, those 1099 small business owners who have to purchase their own health insurance, everybody's on a budget. And so if I can help them save money on premiums without sacrificing their benefits, it's always going to be a win. So when we stack, we're also adding health, health insurance plans that actually will pay cash and can be used any way a client wishes in the event of a health occurrence. So that's really a big thing for people because today, in fact, I have a client who had a scare, and I went over his policy, a cancer scare, and he didn't realize he had a cancer supplement, a couple of them. So he was pretty happy the fact that A, he didn't have cancer, but two, that he would have been covered. So when we talk to our clients, we want to tell them that we want to prepare them for the unexpected. 42% of Americans say they live paycheck to paycheck. So I'm sure just like my client, he had a couple of sleepless nights, just worrying about not necessarily just about his health, but how am I going to pay for it? That's a big concern. When people call me up in that situation, of course they're concerned about their own personal health, but what we do is put them in a position where they don't have to worry about out-of-pocket costs as much. So because we're adding these supplemental plans that include lump sum payments. So when a covered critical illness is diagnosed or someone has an accident, we're going to give them cash through these supplemental plans so that they could have their out-of-pocket costs reduced or even paid in full. Here's a slide that a couple years back I was watching Dateline NBC, and they had a segment stating about the average out-of-pocket expense for first-time cancer patients, even with health insurance, is about $40,000. So when I'm sitting with my client, I bring this up, I actually ask them, if something were to happen like that, how would you pay the $40,000? So most people don't have an answer other than, well, I'm going to use my savings. I basically tell people, and this is how I feel, savings are good for a couple things, not necessarily to cover your your hospital or health plan, but it should be a legacy. You work hard for your money, and you should be able to at least leave it to your loved ones or for fun. I work all my life, and the last thing I want to do is having to find or pay $40,000 out of my savings for my health. So it's always best to have a supplement, and we're going to talk about that. Any questions so far? Just ask. Okay, the high costs of healthcare and bankruptcy. Yeah. Of those filing bankruptcy, almost 78% had health insurance. That's amazing to me. So even if you have an Obamacare plan or an Affordable Care Act plan, it's not necessarily going to cover everything. So we have to talk about these things. So ManhattanLife has a plan, has a series of products that I call the alternative marketplace health plan. And basically what I tell people is that some people don't qualify for income-based subsidies to lower the costs on insurance are being priced out of the exchanges. Anybody have that situation? They know that the customers aren't very happy that they have to pay so much money. In my case, a few years back, I had a Humana plan, and I was paying without a subsidy just for myself over $700. And then Humana decided to leave the state of Georgia. And so the following year, I looked and priced out a Blue Cross plan and a Kaiser Permanente plan. And basically the same insurance plan was going to cost me over $1,200 a month. So I didn't want to pay that much money. So I purchased one of these alternative marketplace plans, and I saved over almost $10,000 a year in premiums. So it went from $1,200 to just about $500. So these plans are really priced in a way where we're going to be very competitive. So with some of the benefits of ManhattanLife Affordable Choice is that these plans have a $0 deductible and $0 copay nationwide PPO plans. And so these plans can help save people up to 60% less than an Obamacare or ACA plan with someone who does not qualify for a subsidy. In addition, they have the freedom to see any doctor, any hospital, anytime, anywhere with that PPO plan. These plans are available year-round, so you don't have to wait for open enrollment to sign your clients up, and that's really a neat advantage. So we're going to talk about the products. So I always ask my clients, which insurance plan do you have, the Swiss cheese or the cheddar cheese? So again, just having a little fun, at least I try to have a little fun, is that the Swiss cheese has a bunch of holes, which will translate in having holes in my health insurance policy. So we want to certainly have a plan that doesn't have any holes. So the way that I present these plans is that I put myself in a position as an expert, and I'm going to ask someone or tell someone that I'm going to offer a corporate style benefit plan for individuals and families. A lot of the customers that you're talking to have or used to work for Fortune 500 companies or just companies that offer health insurance. And so they're kind of used to having a plan like this where they get offered the health insurance portion, and then they have optional benefits like dental and vision, critical illness, cancer plans, hospital admission benefit plans, accident plans, and so forth. So by presenting this as a big picture, I'm actually asking for permission of sort to talk to my clients about all of these levels of plans that we're going to stack. I don't know about you, but when I first started years ago, I was just talking about the health insurance portion, and when I had a customer agree to a particular plan they wanted to move forward to, and then I said to them, and it sounded like an afterthought, gee, I have these other plans that would be great to add. At that point, I sound like a used car salesman because people think that I'm just trying to sell them more products that aren't important. So I basically present my presentation as this corporate style benefit plan so that I'm asking for permission of sorts in the beginning. So when I want to move forward, I always ask, is that okay if I show you a plan like this? And everyone says yes. I haven't had anybody say no to me yet. So now they know that I'm going to offer them a stacked plan of products. Any questions? Okay, it's awfully quiet out there. So just to give you an idea, there's a family of four, a realtor here in the Atlanta area where I live, who did not qualify for a subsidy. He had a family of four. and Blue Cross and Kaiser, silver level plan, HMO network, and a little bit of a high deductible. You can see $1,749 and $2,005 for monthly premiums. So actually what I do is before I start to talk about Manhattan Life, I'll talk about the ACA plans and show them and price that out for them initially, because if I show up with a $1,749 monthly premium, that's just going to make people uncomfortable, and they're going to start to be concerned about, how am I going to pay $1,749 a month? So once I show them that option, then I will position myself by saying, hey, by the way, I have another option. It's an alternative marketplace plan, and I could save you up to 60% compared to the prices that we're looking at the Affordable Care Act plans. And would that be okay? So again, I'm asking for permission, and again, everyone says yes. And so by putting together a plan with the Affordable Choice Classic Plus, which is the First Health PPO network, a $40,000 cancer benefit, a $40,000 heart and stroke benefit, a Plan C Cancer Care Plus plan that includes a $7,500 per month chemo benefit, $50,000 accidental death benefit with a 24-hour accident 2-unit plan, a dental and vision, which is a DVH Select $3,000 maximum calendar year with a $0 deductible, including teledoc and a patient advocacy service. Well, that was $912.40. So that was over $10,000 in annual savings in premiums. And so again, when you're comparing strategies like this, I have to tell you that the percentage of sales for me, as far as closing a Manhattan Life plan stacked like this, is going to be very high versus the Blue Cross and the Kaisers and all the other Affordable Care Act plans. Okay, any questions about that? Okay, so the Affordable Choice plan I'm going to talk about, that's a limited benefit plan, although I don't like the word limited, so I use a fixed benefit plan, the terminology. So I always tell people that it's a traditional and non-traditional plan. Traditional in as much as it provides coverage for inpatient, hospital, outpatient surgical, skilled nursing, emergency room, doctor visits, x-rays, prescription drugs, and more. You can use it, as I mentioned, any doctor or hospital with the First Health PPO network. Now, it's not traditional, as you guys might know. A fixed benefit insurance plan pays a predetermined or fixed amount for specific covered health services, no matter what the total expense is. With a fixed indemnity, you or the provider you choose are paid benefits directly. So whoever files the claim gets the check. Rule of thumb, if I are reimbursed more money than what the bill is, then I get to keep and pocket the difference, and vice versa. If it's less, then I have to pay the difference. So these plans are less premium, they're more customizable, and as far as ACA plans, you could even get more benefits. Okay. So I got an email couple years back from this fellow, William Moody, marketing director, Manhattan Life Insurance Company, and he wanted to show some agents how well this plan pays. So he told me, or I guess you could see that he had a friend who bought a Affordable Choice Elite Plus plan a few years back, and he was bitten by a brown recluse spider in his tree, in his yard rather, trimming a tree. So that's why there's a picture of Spider-Man here, because I call his friend Spider-Man. So Spider-Man spent 8 days in the hospital with all the tests and surgery, and the total hospital charge came out to $43,833.42. His surgeon charged him $1,100, and an anesthesiologist charged him another $1,000 for a total of just a little under $46,000. So one of the advantages which is embedded into these plans, affordable choice, is that there's a patient advocacy service, and amongst all the different benefits they provide to our clients, I want to talk about price transparency. So what they do is you call them up, and if you have a bill of more than $400, which is very easy, then they will assign health advocacy will assign a caseworker to your client's case and help negotiate and reprice the bill. So this particular case, they were able to reprice it just a little under $46,000 to a little bit under $24,000. So because he bought an Affordable Choice Elite plan, which a couple years ago paid $5,000 a day, now it pays $6,000 a day. He received a check for $44,552, and so he was able to pay the $23,853 and had about $20,000 left over, which is kind of incredible if you ask me. But I've also learned how to use this plan in which I advise my customers when they go to the hospital to ask for a self-pay price. So there's a hospital here in the Atlanta area. This actually was a customer, or is a customer of mine, that was in the hospital for 5 days, and their bill was $48,498.45, kind of like about Spider-Man's bill. But Northside Hospital offered a couple different payment options. One, a 75% points of service self-pay discount. So today, if I can pay the $12,124, well, then I receive 75% off, which is a little bit more, about $10,000 less than having the patient advocacy service help Spider-Man with the 50% off. And if I don't have the entire amount to pay today, then they'll offer me a payment plan with a 65% discount. With my client asking for the self-pay discount, they paid the $12,000 and actually walked away with about $12,000 after everything was reimbursed. So this is just another way to where we can help our clients not only get better coverage, but again be a smart shopper. Because if they just think about it, if the hospital is charging 75% more, they're really killing the insurance companies. Okay, and so by asking for 75% more to Blue Cross and Anthem and to United Healthcare and to all the other companies, that only turns into more money and more premiums, higher premium to our customers. So that's why this is really a neat option to do. Any questions about this? Okay. So affordable choice, there's 4 plans to choose from: Elite Plus, Elite, Classic Plus, and Classic. Okay. And the differences are in just the reimbursement amounts. So as you can see, inpatient hospital confinement, they pay per day. ManhattanLife, one of the advantages of ManhattanLife versus some of the other companies is that they offer a building benefit for injury reimbursement. So if somebody keeps their plan over the next 5 years, their reimbursements will double, which is pretty neat, I think, for injuries. Hospital admission benefit on top of the inpatient hospital confinement per day. Emergency room, urgent care, surgery benefit, ambulatory surgical benefit, a daily assistant surgeon benefit, anesthesiologist benefit, Those are the inpatient coverages. Okay. For outpatient, doctor visits. So you can get up to 10 days per person in a calendar year. And as you can see, a client could get up to $200 in a reimbursement. Now, again, ManhattanLife is trying to be a good company, so they're going to offer a rollover per year. So you can get a rollover provision that allows 5 visit carryover per policy year. So if I have 10 visits and I only use 2 of them, well, then out of the 8 are left over, I can carry 5 over to the following year. So now, the beginning of next year, I'll have 15 doctor visits. Kind of cool. Prescription drug benefit, again, they'll pay up to $75. Outpatient medical benefits, preventive services, lab services, therapy services, radiology services. As you can see, the calendar year limit for all outpatient benefits is up to $8,000, which is incredibly high for outpatient benefits. Ground and air ambulance, allergy shots and immunization for kids, a cancer benefit, so it pays for radiation and chemo up to 40 days per calendar year. It has a $1 million calendar year limit, prescription benefit of $750 calendar year maximum, allergy shots, immunization up to $100 per year, and a lifetime maximum of $5 million. And that's all per person. Any questions about the affordable choice? Okay, so basically, in my opinion, I never sell the classic because the classic is going to be, could possibly have your client upside down. So I just eliminate that from offering. Classic Plus, Elite, and Elite Plus. Now, again, this is just my opinion, but just to make it so that your clients understand maybe what levels these are compared to ACA plans. So I tend to say Classic is a bronze, Classic Plus is a silver, Elite is a gold, Elite Plus is a platinum. So just to give it a different viewpoint. Okay. So now on top of that, if you just offer this without any other of the policies, you're going to have a Swiss cheese coverage. Okay, because it's possible that this plan would not be strong enough in having a comprehensive coverage. So because we're doing that, well, there's a couple of value-added services: First Health Network, Green Imaging, Health Advocate, and Teladoc. Okay, so on top of this, I'm going to add an accident plan. Okay, so benefit highlights include accidental death, hospital admission and confinement, intensive care, air and ground ambulance. So as you want to explain to your clients that whatever reimbursements that you get from having this plan is going to pay on top of the benefits that they choose on the affordable choice. And that's true for all of these benefits. So you can have 5 different plans, and each one of them will pay a little bit on top of each other. So that's really important. But accidents happen all the time, and it's good to have a accidental 24-hour policy. Okay. They also have a optional wellness benefit for $60. So you get $60 paid for your annual physical, dental exam, mammogram, pap smear, eye exam, so forth and so on. So you can add that to the reimbursements you get with affordable choice. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. Cancer and heart and stroke, we call that CHAS. And as you can see, that this page has a logo for ManhattanLife Lighthouse series. So this policy was really designed for seniors, but it's almost every age. So you can use this and add this to anyone under 65 years old. So you can have from minimum of $5,000 per person to up to $75,000 reimbursement. I'd like to talk about, I know I mentioned $5,000. And so one of the things that I find over time is that, especially when you're starting out new, you tend not to want to really add a lot of policies. So you're kind of selling on price. And so that's not necessarily a good thing, because I have to ask everybody, if I sold you a $5,000 benefit and you were to get cancer, have a heart attack, even though I do have $5,000 coming, how long do you think that's going to last? Especially as I showed you a screen earlier that NBC Dateline did a segment that there would be an average of $40,000 of out-of-pocket costs for cancer, first-time cancer patients. So try not to sell on price. Try to sell on value. When I talk about the $40,000, there's a reason, because I want to be able to at least offer a $40,000 cancer and heart and stroke benefit. Okay. Any questions about that? Cancer Care Plus. So in the difference between the first plan we just showed, the CHAS plan, where it pays a lump sum, this plan pays out reimbursements for different benefits. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but radiation, chemo, with up to $7,500 for that per month. So even though the Affordable Choice plan is giving me $1,000 or $2,000 per day for 40 days, this is going to give my customer another up to $7,500 per month, which is important because those those bills come in every month. It also offers a surgical benefit up to $4,000 and first occurrence up to $10,000, and cancer screening tests, daily hospital confinement benefits. So there's about 5 pages of benefits. So each week we'll do a deep dive on different plans, but I actually add this plan to the lump sum cancer and heart and stroke plan. So any questions about this particular plan? Okay, another plan to offer in case the CHAS is not available in your state, cancer first occurrence. So you can certainly add up to $30,000 in a lump sum with this particular plan. Okay. Out-of-pocket protection plan. This plan was designed initially when Affordable Care Act came out to help people with their deductibles with the ACA plan. With a hospital admission benefit on the right, where a customer can choose $2,500, $5,000, and $6,350. Those are really the deductibles back then. $6,350 for a bronze, $5,000 for a silver, and $2,500 for a gold. But since that has evolved, as you guys know, for ACA plans, but these plans, this plan is a good plan to offer, even without a $0 deductible. People would like this plan. And I also, just a side note, when I do sell an ACA plan, I always add this plan. So just keep in mind that not everybody is a candidate for the Affordable Choice plan, but I am offering it to the other health insurance plans, the core plans that I offer. Okay. Any questions about this? Dental, vision, hearing, select. So this is a really good plan to offer. Products highlights is from 18 to 99. Family rates up to 3 children. You choose either a $0 or $100 deductible. Glasses and contacts it's a rider, so you can add vision to the plan. You can choose your own dentist. You can go in or out of network. If you go out of network, so the client would have to pay cash and then file a claim and get reimbursed. You can get up to $3,000 in policy year maximum benefits, and there's no waiting periods for dental services. So it's a really good plan. It's very affordable. Okay, so I add that as well. So those are the plans itself. Just claim form example. I advise my clients that I go over this. There's a 2-page claim form, and you take your bill with the CPT code, put it together, and you can email it. You could put it in a regular mail, or ManhattanLife has an app, and you can have your client upload it from the app. As you can see, I had a out-of-pocket protection plan, and I got a $50 reimbursement for a doctor visit. So what happens, you file the claim, and within a month's time, you receive the check. So it's pretty seamless. Any questions about this? Okay. So just to give an example, I had a client with a policy, and his son was in a judo wrestling tournament and broke his elbow, and his son needed surgery and told about $40,000. And with all the layering of insurance that I provided for him, he said that he wasn't out of pocket more than $500. So I think that was a win-win for everybody. Okay, real quick, I wanted to talk about customer acquisition. That's important, right? You get customers. So you want to put together sales goals. And I will say to everybody that I'm available. I'm going to give you my telephone number at the end, and I'm available for you guys to call anytime if you have questions about ManhattanLife, you have questions about anything really. And one of the things I'll ask you guys to do if you're interested is to put together your sales goals for open enrollment coming up. So need a goal. My goal every year is to have $100,000. Is to have $100,000, but to have 100 customers. If I get about $1,400 in annual commissions by stacking these plans, that actually would give me $140,000 in my first year. So it's not only important to stack for your customers, because that's why we're doing this, to put them in a better position. And basically what I'm doing is I'm problem solving for them with these policies, because if God forbid something bad happens, I put them in a position where they're financially much better than they would be without these policies. Okay. And so I'll just break it down real quick because I don't have it in the slides. But how do I get 100 customers? Well, with open enrollment, the 2 months from November to January, I feel like all my customers out there, they're used to open enrollment. They know that's the time to sign up for a plan for 2023. And so if I could get one customer a day during those 2 months, I'm going to have 50 customers, a minimum. And so that's my goal, is to sell 50 customers during open enrollment. Now I need another 50 customers, and I have 10 months to get 50 customers. and that's about once a week. So those numbers are very attainable. If you have any questions, please ask. Okay. So why is it customer acquisition strategy important? Well, in other words, if I don't have any customers, I'm not making any money. So it's very important to have a strategy. And one of the things that we are going to teach everybody, especially at the conference, our agent conference, we'll talk about that in a second, but we're going to talk about inbound consumer marketing. You know, the days of me giving you a lead or anybody giving you a lead and just having a telephone number and dialing that customer as many times as you can and still not get a hold of them is over. Those days are over. We need to find better ways to connect with our customers. So inbound is the most efficient and effective way to market. One of the things that we want to give you examples of inbound marketing acquisition is social media, email marketing, website. You want to have at least a landing page, video content. You know, how many people here on this call will spend some time during the day looking at Facebook and looking at all these crazy people dancing. TikTok, that's really the wave of the future. The future is here now. So I would definitely recommend doing video content. Networking is always true blue as far as customer acquisition and event marketing. I do a lot of event marketing myself. This is actually my table on the right-hand side. So when you're at an event and you see people live, and especially now that we're on the other end of this pandemic, people are dying to go out and meet other people. So those are just some examples. Again, some of the whys that I'll talk to you about. This is a six-figure income. We have competitive commissions. We have best-of-class products. There's a large market. I mean, there's like, last time I checked, there's up to 35 million people are still uninsured in this country, which is incredible. There's, again, a large market, high profit potential and residual income. I mean, that's one of my whys when I got into this business. I wanted to build up a residual income so that I don't have to work as hard every year. And so that's something that will, if you're not doing, will definitely help you with that. Competitive rates. Again, with ManhattanLife, there's no annual enrollment period. ManhattanLife has incentive trips. They just finished qualifying for Cabo, and actually I need to change that. We were supposed to go to Stockholm, Sweden, but it got changed to Maui in Hawaii. So that'll be a cool trip. Next year they haven't announced yet. We're in next year's qualification period. So from May 1st to April 30th, you have a chance to qualify for next year's trip. If you don't know about our North American Insurance Services Advisor program, that's a program for our elite agents. We offer a monthly marketing allowance program. We'll talk about that in a second. Annual conference, mentor program, free leads, and management opportunity. Okay, you want to be busy. You're only as good as your calendar. This is just a snapshot of my calendar during open enrollment. As you can see that I had back-to-back clients or appointments. So that's a telltale sign if you're busy or not by looking at your calendar. So if you don't have these type of appointments, you want to be able to put in your calendar a time to where you're going to market yourself, and I can help you with that. So if you put it down in your calendar, you'll do it. If you don't put it in your calendar and you look at your calendar and it's empty, you're going to feel like I have nothing to do today. The Advisors Marketing Program, you can earn up to $5,000 a month in a marketing allowance. gee, if I have $5,000 a month extra to be able to put into my my business, I mean, I could do a whole lot of good things. But as you're starting out and you're getting the 100, 250, 500, $1,000 level, well, you could do a whole lot of money, a lot of marketing for that as well. So if you have any questions about that, I'm happy to answer any questions. Incentive trips, again, I mentioned I've been all over the world, Venice, Ireland, Hawaii. So it's a really cool thing. And so I definitely recommend using that as one of your goals for next year is to qualify for ManhattanLife's 2023 trip. Okay. Questions and answers. I have answers if you have questions. Anybody have a question for me? No, nope, none in the chat box. Okay. Well, I guess everybody's bashful today. Well, you could always call me up and ask me questions afterwards. Okay, next steps. Okay, we want to put together a marketing plan. Again, I'm here to help you with that. We'll talk about our agent Facebook group. We have, if you don't know about it, we have a separate page. It's a North American Insurance Services Agent Group page. Here's the address for that. You can take a picture of it if you like. I do recommend signing up for it. That's where we have over 700 agents signed up. We have announcements. We have training announcements on there. People ask questions. People just kind of network. It's just fun to get to know people on the page. Okay. The second thing I wanted to talk about is our agent conference, which is coming up August 1st and 2nd in Grapevine, Texas, at the Embassy Suites, which is right next to it's a hotel near the airport, DFW. And for 1.5 days, actually, we have over 100 agents coming in, and with representatives from all the carriers that we represent, as well as ManhattanLife. It's a great way to learn best practices, to learn just networking again, just to see where we're going for 2023. So it's a really neat event that I definitely recommend. It's free. So if you make your way to Grapevine, you don't have to pay for the conference. Again, here's the address. We recommend that you go onto this website and register as soon as possible. I know we're going to be closing it out soon. So I do again, I keep saying I recommend because I do. It's a really neat event. And we haven't had one in a couple years because of the pandemic. So I know the agents who are going to be there are excited to get out of the house. Okay. This is my and Todd's contact information. Todd email address, and this is my telephone number and my email address. It's 678-523-0759, and my email address is sweinberger@na-insurance.com. Okay. Again, you're more than welcome to give me a call. I'm happy to give you one-on-one mentor advice. And I just leave you today with this. If I can do it, you can do it. So that's the end of the webinar. Unless anybody has a question, I'm happy to answer any questions. Okay. So that's the end of our presentation today. I appreciate you spending time with me. Again, my name is Stephen Weinberger, and my telephone number is 678-523-0759. 0759, and look out for future Manhattan Life trainings. We're going to break down individual policies over the next few weeks, and we're here to help you. Well, thank you very much, and it was a pleasure talking to you guys today. Thank you.